Hey everybody, today we are here in Sunland, California. It's not well known as a biking destination, but it does have quick access to forests and mountains and hills. And today we're going to do some shenanigans exploring and check out some truck trails, which is kind of a new concept to me. When does a road become a truck trail?
Maybe when nothing else can get through? I don't know. But there are these squiggly lines that you can see on Google Maps, and we finally figured out how to get to them. So we'll see what we see.
Not a whole lot of information about them, so hopefully it's rideable, it's passable. Yeah, we're gonna be joined by our friend Hugh in a couple minutes, and then we'll go exploring in those hills over there. I'm gonna be riding my Crespambora. Laura's on her Breadwinner. What's this new thing?
It is my amazing new frame bag.
So I've noticed there's no straps here. What's going on there?
I know, isn't that fancy? It's bolted directly into the frame. Good. You can actually see that.
Oh, okay. So there's like a nut, a washer.
That was one of the neat options that I had when I had the bike built, was to add some braze-ons underneath that top too.
I like the sweet little topo pattern. So I've got all sorts of weird stuff on my crest right now. I've got oval chain rings and a squishy post. This bike is such a Franken bike. But it does have, the coup de grace is the Party Pace sticker. Hey! It's our friend Hugh. And Hugh is rocking a pretty sweet adventure bike here.
This is a Bantam Bicycle Works bike made by Bob.
And you've got some fat meats on this bike.
I do, 2.6s.
I think Hugh's gonna be the most well-equipped out of the three of us for these truck trails. Have you ridden on these before?
I did this a long time ago on an A. Homer Hilson back in 2013, I would say.
Okay. And you haven't gone back since, it was just that terrible.
It was that, exactly, it was that terrible.
All right, well hopefully it's not too bad, so let's go. All right, so we're on the road, and our goal is to climb up into those hills over there. Should be interesting. Here's our first bit of shenanigans, not even a quarter mile of pavement, and we are on the dirt. This is the Tahunga Wash. So we're gonna go through the wash, cross some water I believe, and then start climbing. Second bit of shenanigans is a little water crossing. This part's super sandy and rocky. So Hugh had no problem with that. It's pretty much up through this canyon. The goal is to connect some of these truck trails and get to Little Tahunga and ride back. How's that first part?
Steep.
Steep and loose and fun stuff.
Yes. And I was not in the right gear, so hey.
But look at this, we're not even, I don't know, we've probably ridden like less than half a mile. It already feels like the middle of nowhere, so pretty crazy. Right, so here's a little landmark here, car graveyard. Yeah, some shade. Can't make out the make. That kind of looks like a Pontiac over there. So far we've just been climbing up the canyon, and we're gonna go up, 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 eventually to ridgeline. How's your bike doing on this terrain?
It is, my bike, let's put it this way, my bike is better equipped for the uphills than I am.
So I've got this guy. Actually kind of dig in the suspension on the climbs. Can't say if the oval chainring is doing much, aside from giving me lower gearing, but we shall see. Probably our first and only traffic sign on this route. Kind of in the middle of nowhere. So one nice thing is once you make that turn, the surface changes. It's a little bit more hard-packed dirt and less just pure rocks. They're way more rideable here. Still climbing, still the occasional steep pitches, but more rideable. And you can look out and just see the valley down there. So Look at this view out here. Where? Oh, it's a coyote. A real one. Just scared off a coyote. You guys missed it. It was a real coyote, unlike the German Shepherd that a lot of you thought was a coyote in the other video. Shade's a rare commodity here in these hills. It's always nice to take some in.
Oh, run away, run away.
Oh. Yeah, so there in the distance is a little coyote. It looks so cute.
Yeah. He was just hanging out in the shade over here.
Yeah.
On the road when we came around the corner.
But so we climbed up around that turn, through that shady part, wrapped around the back and over here. And I think we've only gone like 3 miles, 4 miles. Feels so remote. And a lot of climbing. Oh, there's a coyote again. I'm gonna totally zoom in and you'll see a moving pixel. So we tried to do some research about this area. Not a whole lot of info. The most notable thing is there was a commune out in these parts called the Hog Farm. And I believe it was started by Wavy Gravy. Famous hippie, also did the security and other stuff for Woodstock. Yes, that Woodstock. Might be around these hills. Not quite sure of the exact location. But yeah, it used to be, parts of it used to be a hippie commune.
If I was a hippie building a commune, these are some pretty good hills for it.
I did see one bush that looked suspiciously not native. It looked like a really strange tomato plant, let's say. All right, we're gonna leave the nice relief of the shade and back into the sun. Okay, so I just checked the GPS and we have traveled all of 2.7 miles from the city of Sunland, and it just feels so dang remote. I love these hills that just go up and down like ribbons of dirt. For these grades, in case you were wondering, just rolled over a stretch that was 15%. So definitely bring the low gears. You'll want lower than 1-to-1 for sure, but worth it for the views. Bit of a plateau here. You can see the valley, Verdugo Mountain. Not quite sure which way to go. We've got decisions to make. Okay. So this apparently is a Doc Larson trail. Doc Larson was a well-loved, well-respected veterinarian in the Lakeview Terrace area, so they named this trail after him. So I believe we go that way though. Still a bit more climbing. So just stopping for a second, and I love how the road just like snakes back and forth here. So how's your truck trail experience?
I feel like I am constantly like dumbfounded that this kind of riding exists here. You know, right in LA at the edge of the city. You know, that like you can see tall buildings right there, and here we are on dirt.
Looks like, believe it or not, we have reached the end of the climbing. Yay!
As long as we don't go up over there.
No. So you can see the road that we're going to descend. And this is just crazy that this is back here. And again, 3.7 miles from downtown Sunland. Nuts.
And what's the elevation climb?
So we've climbed 930 feet in less than 4 miles. So pretty climby.
Yeah, that's climby.
You can see the little profile there. Pretty good descent, pretty much to Little Tahunga, I believe. And from there we're gonna take the paved road back. So yeah, let's see what the descent's like. right, so we popped out on the trail. Looks like it went through a construction site. Wasn't signed private property when we exited the trail. So we're at the end of the unpaved section. We're gonna hop on Little Tahunga and then take it to Foothill, back to Sunland. Notable thing about Little Tahunga is that it was used during the Tour of California race first stage a couple years ago. So we're doing a little bonus dirt, riding through the Tahunga Wash back to the park. So we're wrapping up our loop. It took about 2 hours to do in a nice leisurely pace.
I freaking love the route. I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah.
I love it. Had such a good time.
It's crazy that it's like right there.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, we're right on the edge of a national forest, so there's just so much available.
Yeah. Thanks for riding.
Keep me in the loop on the next route.
Okay. What do you think of the route?
I think it's incredible. It blows my mind every time that there is that kind of dirt and that kind of like expansive nothingness so close to LA. Pretty awesome to be able to scoot, you know, a mile away from where we're staying.
Okay, so final stats was about 12 miles, 1,300 feet of climbing, a lot of dirt.
A lot of dirt, a lot of rockiness.
Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this other kind of shenanigans ride. I'll post the route below. And as always, keep the supple side down.